How many snaps did they run in the 14 personnel?
That's only for us.
100% of the snaps.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome in to Wide Receiver Trade Targets, Week 8. I am your host, Justin Wright. As always, joined by Marco Enriquez. How's it going, man?
Good, man. Good. I'm excited. Trades are here. There's a lot of wide receivers that are, right on that borderline of if people want to just buy them cheap now or if they want to pay up for some bigger names that haven't been performing. So it's a fun time to make trades, especially at the wide receiver position. It's a little easier than running backs.
Oh, these are the trades you can actually get done.
Yeah, and quick. Like, it's not ones that are like, I got to think about it until next week.
Exactly. Yeah, I made the mistake of trading away Kenny Gainwell, obviously, before the
I almost dropped him
injury.
last week.
Yeah, it's yeah, like that's in like you can trade a running back, you can have 3, and then you could go into the next week and have 0. So like trading running backs is the most stressful thing you can do in fantasy.
Yeah, it is. It's regret central sometimes.
Almost immediate too. Alrighty, let's just get into it. We got 3 guys here instead of 4. We're going down to 3 this week. We're looking to trade for all these players. So guys, we were looking to get onto our teams ahead of week 8 here. Number 1 on the list, he is back. It's DJ Moore. Here's the thing. DJ Moore is still unbelievable. Has not been ideal the last 3 weeks. A lot of that goes on Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold has been crap, if there's no other way to put it. DJ Moore is still seeing crazy amounts of volume. But are you at all worried about DJ Moore, or are you still, full bore on the get DJ Moore at all costs?
No, I'm all in. I mean, his schedule the rest of the way is pretty nice. I mean, even if you look at 2 of the 3 games that are on the screen right now, like all 3 of them, I think he'll be great in. The New England game, you're a little nervous because J.C. Jackson's a very good player. The Patriots are just smart.
They did just also lose Jonathan Jones. So they are getting even thinner. I mean, he's going to return to what he was doing the first 4 weeks. I think that's bound to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking right now, like weeks 9 to 17, he plays one team that's in the top half of the league against wide receivers, and it's the Buffalo Bills. So
what week is that?
Week 16, which isn't fun.
That's okay. Don't love that.
But I mean, he's going to dominate every other week. He should. He truly should.
Yeah, no, I actively just went out and traded for DJ Moore right before this week started. So
yeah, he
can be had. People are starting to get a little bit nervous about him. I am not still. So as always, we got some trade packages.
Yep.
Kenny Gainwell, who just mentioned, is now going to be the starting running back for Philly for at least a week or 2, maybe longer.
Yeah.
And Michael Pittman, who, again, I love Michael Pittman. He was on our trade targets early in the season. Somebody we hope he went and got. But if you could flip him for someone like DJ Moore, is that something you're doing?
Yeah, I am. And I think you can do, like, some people might be watching this like, who's going to buy that? But Kenny Gainwell, even if he only starts week 8, he plays the Detroit Lions. He's got his amazing matchup. And there's teams who need running backs like right now to stay relevant, until, random players come back from an injury. So go ahead and try to make a deal like this because I want DJ Moore rest of the season over both these guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And just a trade tip. The first people I go and look to trade with, anybody with a losing record. I am not even trying to make a move with anybody in the top like 3rd of my league because there's no leverage there. You got to find the people that are just extremely desperate.
Right.
Or
the fringe at the most, like the bottom fringe of the playoffs right now, because DJ Moore owner most likely is doing fairly well because of how well DJ Moore's played. But the last 2 weeks might have brought him down to earth a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. All righty. Oh, wait, we got one more. My bad. Amari Cooper and James Conner, who, if you watched our running back trade targets list, James Conner is somebody we're looking to move off of. So him and Amari.
Yeah, I would do that. Amari's schedule is awesome, but his targets have been so inconsistent. And, he's not fully healthy right now. And maybe the bye week helped, but still, he just doesn't look 100% right. So I'm willing to do that package for DJ Moore.
I agree. I mean, Amari Cooper, phenomenal talent. However, the targets, he could see 10 to 4 to 8 to 12. Like it's all over the place week to week. And that's just because Dallas is such an effective offense, but they can do whatever they want. So if they want to pass,
and Michael Gallup's coming back soon. So
exactly. Another piece that I think makes Amari a good piece to actually move away.
Yep.
honestly, we were doing a fourth guy to trade away. Amari Cooper's probably on that list if I'm being he's on the short list to make the next week 9 episode, if you will.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Next guy here, the rookie, Rashod Bateman, averaging a whopping 8.9 points a game, heading into a bye week, so even more attractive to get him.
Right. No, I mean,
yeah.
Here's the thing. He's going to be easy. He should be, easy in air quotes. He should be a fairly easy trade target, and his schedule after this bye week is really nice. I mean, he's got Minnesota, Miami, Chicago, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Green Bay, Cincy, and then the Rams, which obviously isn't amazing, but he's not their number one wide receiver, so he's not going to see Jalen Ramsey even in that matchup. So I think he's a solid trade target with his schedule, and heading into a bye week, he's already going to be at a slight discount for a team who maybe needs to win now.
Exactly. I mean, right now, the first 2 games, he's only played 2 games. If you're not familiar with Rashod Bateman, 6 targets in his first 2 NFL starts. He was playing about 65% of snaps. And the thing is, that's going to go up. I mean, they got the bye week. They're going to get him more involved in this offense. Is Hollywood Brown just going to disappear? Of course not. He's been phenomenal. However, Rashod Bateman's going to be extremely consistent week to week, I think. I mean, I fully expect him to be a 12 to 17 point guy pretty much weekly.
Yeah, especially coming out of this bye, just another week to get right off this core muscle surgery that he had just in the offseason. So I like it.
Yep, absolutely. All right, so as always, trade packages, Melvin Gordon or Rashod Bateman. Melvin Gordon, let's say this. Melvin Gordon, if you're not a running back needy team, because that is always the caveat when trading away running backs.
Yeah, if Melvin Gordon's not my RB1 or RB2, I'm doing this deal.
Yeah,
well, I think he's going to lose value. I mean, we talk about it in a couple of our videos, but I think he's going to lose value, more and more. And come week 10, he could be a flex at best,
Yeah, I mean, in reality, if Melvin Gordon's your RB1 or 2, your season's over. So
right, but maybe he's filling in for the McCaffrey owner. You know what I mean? So.
No, I'm messing around, but I agree. I'll take Bateman here, and then this one, I know which side you're going to take, but I'm going to say it anyways. Rashod Bateman or Henry Ruggs. And let me say this: in reality, nobody's trading 1-for-1 wide receivers. It's going to be a larger package and whatever.
And if you're that person, get a new strategy because it's a bad one.
It's the worst. I hate those people. So Rashod Bateman or Henry Ruggs.
Yeah, so NFL, Rashod Bateman, and it's not that close. Fantasy-wise, I'm going to go Henry Ruggs. I like his schedule a little bit more, and I think he could get more opportunity in the long haul, and he can do more with less than Rashod Bateman can right now. So I think as, a guy who can fill in at a flex and be just an absolute home run threat for you, I think he is the guy I'd want. Obviously, his floor is lower than Bateman's maybe, but I just think with his schedule and what that team's doing with a lack of Darren Waller for who knows how long, I think Ruggs could be a nice play.
I'm firmly on Bateman. I like Henry Ruggs. I think he's a very good flex play, but I don't see any world where he gets into, like almost like a weekly starter. I think Rashod Bateman has that this season just because consistency. Like the last 3 weeks, Henry Ruggs has seen a total of 11 targets. Rashod Bateman, first 2 NFL games ever, has seen 12 total. So, I just think the target should be there more consistently for Bateman.
Yeah, no, that's totally fair. I think my one concern is if the Ravens keep throwing as much as they are.
That's fair. No, they're
so close to me for this year, at least in fantasy. I should all these qualifiers, but yeah.
No, I totally hear you. All right, we got one more guy on the list here, and if you watched last week, he's back. It's Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah,
we already got the news.
Point per game. It gets me every time.
13.2 and 1/2. We said it last week. He's averaging 26.4 a game if you just extrapolate his 1/2 of football.
Right, and that's just good analysis.
Yeah, that's just math, guys. No, but Jerry Jeudy, Vic Fangio already came out and said he could have played last Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
He just didn't practice, so he didn't feel like it was a good idea to play him. So I guess thank you, Vic Fangio, for making a smart decision.
Right. The one smart decision.
That's just the only one. Well, benching Drew Lock, that was a good one.
Yeah, that's
a great one. But Jerry Jeudy, he's going to be back week 8. And I do think he is still the best wide receiver that fits Teddy Bridgewater's skill set. I mean, I think he is going to be a locked and loaded wide receiver 2 from the moment he comes back. So I just want Jerry Jeudy on all my damn teams.
Yeah, I agree. I don't have too much to say to add to that. I think his schedule it's okay.
It's not great.
Right. It's not amazing. So like if you're capitalizing on him just, feasting in garbage time or something, I don't really know if that's going to be the thing because I mean, this team's in games enough. They're just not winning them. So it's not like he's going to get all the garbage time stuff like a DeAndre Swift. And it's not like he's going to be the number one target every week. So he's got some things you have to be aware of, but I think he should be solidly, like you said, in that wide receiver 2 conversation.
Yeah. I mean, with a lot of guys we've talked about, him not having the most ideal schedule makes him an easier guy to trade for.
Right.
Because I mean,
still for a little bit.
Everybody is looking at schedule when it comes to trading. At least they should be. And if they're not, well, take advantage of them.
And if they don't know that much about what's actually happening in these games, like a defense that looks good because nobody has to pass the ball on them, they can just run the ball. Like if they just see a bunch of red on his schedule, maybe they're like, okay, I have to get rid of this guy.
Yep, exactly. You nailed it. All right, let's get some names out here and we'll qualify these. We got 2 running backs here. If you're not a running back needy team,
right,
these are things you can do.
Asterisk.
Yeah, there's a million asterisks in this episode. Myles Gaskin, who as of late has kind of come on. Now Malcolm Brown is on IR, although I think that extra work goes to Salvin Ahmed. Yeah. But
it's really not that close, but so many teams are running back needy. Of course, that you have to think about that. But I'm doing this deal again. I think Jerry Jeudy's output week to week is going to be a little bit more consistent than what we can expect from Gaskin.
No, I completely agree. But you know what I will say is absolutely insane? Myles Gaskin is currently RB15 on the year.
That just shows you how many good running backs are hurt, not playing, or just banged up. He
has 2 games over 13 points. Like that is he has not been good. He's basically Joe Mixon of last year. Like
right. It's just it just stinks.
No, yeah, I'm out on the Gaskin train. And then this last one here, another weird one. J.D. McKissic or Jerry Jeudy?
I think this is similar to the Gaskin one, where there might be a team that is just completely devoid of talent at the running back position, and they need someone who's going to give them, a solid 8 to 12 points every game, and that's J.D. McKissic, and they probably don't need Jerry Jeudy if they have him because he's been sitting on their IR most of the season.
Yeah, no, I'll take Jerry Jeudy all day long. That one may be a bit of a stretch. Hopefully you just find somebody that happens to have Jerry Jeudy as well as having 0 starting running backs. I mean, I got a guy in my league who's starting every week, Nyheim Hines and J.D. McKissic. Like, those are his 2 running backs, and he's having a terrible time. So
I have one that honestly, I don't think it's that close, I don't know. Really quick, Antonio Gibson. He's been super banged up. He's probably people's RB2. Maybe he's their RB1. But would you give Antonio Gibson, as things stand right now with him, for Jerry Jeudy? Because he's got the shin issue. He's seeing less than 60% of the touches like he was last year.
Yeah, he's under. J.D. McKissic outsnapped him this week.
And his schedule is rough. It's not easy.
I am not happy if I own Antonio Gibson. Yeah. But I do think you can still trade him for more than Jerry Jeudy based on name value. I would hope you could. Yeah. I still get trade offers for Gibson in every league I own him. And it's usually better than Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah.
I prefer Gibson there still.
Yeah, no, I just thought it was interesting because obviously he's all banged up with his shin. So
no, I hear you, man. It's weird. He's a weird guy to value. There's really no other way to put it.
Yep.
All right, guys, that is all we have. As always, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Drop any trade questions, anything else Week 8 related. Let us hear it. As always, you can find me over on Twitter at Justin_14P. You can find Marco at Marco_14P. Thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you next time.
Peace.
How many snaps did they run in the 14 personnel?
That's only for us.
100% of the snaps.